Today we're covering a highlight on Assaj Ventress. This is my first highlight in a long series I plan on constructing so that every player has the chance to understand and find the right leader in bite-sized videos. What I plan on doing is focusing on the current leaders inside Jump to Lightspeed and beyond, considering the packs beforehand are going out of rotation. I'll be sure to backtrack if I run out of content ideas or current leaders to cover. I'll also be covering Twin Sun combinations throughout the series, so please stay tuned. Assaj Ventress is a vigilance villainy leader focusing on self-inflicting harm in order to harm others around her. As an action, her non-deployed ability allows her to harm any friendly unit in order to deal 1 damage to any enemy unit in the same area. After you control 6 or more resources, you may deploy her. Her deployed side gives us a 4/6 ground unit with grit, or alternatively, she may be used as an upgrade for any vehicle unit as a +3/+4, alongside giving that unit grit and Assaj's non-deployed ability whenever they attack. Assaj Ventress is an astounding leader if you're a big fan of ignoring sentinel units, getting all the value you could ever ask for out of grit, triggering when defeated or when damaged effects, and snowballing defensively. She is a versatile, damage trading hero who is perfect for dealing with and making glass cannons. Assaj thrives off of cards with grit and unit healing abilities. Her main objective is to either outbandage or outdamage her opponent, leading to a devastating endgame for her adversaries. Assaj is heavily dependent on healing her own units so that she doesn't end up chipping them to death. Thankfully, she already comes with a vigilance aspect which contains most of the key units used in recovering damage, allowing you to branch off into any other aspect you prefer. Essentially, you'll want to build a deck around units that get rewarded upon being damaged, such as grit or when damaged units. Healing events/units will be critical for when damaged builds especially. We have plenty of those cards to go around, so let's focus on the best for each aspect. Starting with villainy, let me introduce Scimitar, a unit that directly benefits from Assaj's ability. Having a 6/3 unit on the field in turn 3 is beyond frightening. Speaking of frightening, we also have the Sith Trooper, a unit with ridiculous stacking potential. Either your units are healed to full or your leader's ability allows these guys to swoop in and rack up as much power as they'd like. Lastly, we have the TIE Dagger Vanguard, a unit that benefits from Assaj's unit damage. This is a cheap method to hinder the opponent while providing yourself with more units. Starting our list of aggression cards will be the Elite Squad. These are a phenomenal endgame counter to your opponent's special units in a way that bypasses Sentinel. Alongside that, we have Topple the Summit, a card that opens up the opportunity to plan a devastating blow to your opponent by spreading out some unit damage. The card is also laced with Plot, allowing your leader to have a smoother and safer entry. The ATDP Occupier is an absolute menace in the early game and a free 3/4 unit in the late game. His cost lowers with every damaged unit in play, so expect to get him on the field for pennies. Welcome to Vigilance. Do you like Vigilance? Assaj likes Vigilance. Here's where the strongest card recommendations will lie. Interceptor Ace is a staple unit for any deck focused on grit. This upgrade pairs well with Assaj's ability, which will directly buff units that were not intended to be strengthened, leading to unstoppable late-game large health units. Ogdo is an incredible card to include, giving you essentially a 5/4 creature that heals after every kill for only 3 resources. Okay, listen up. This card is pure shining gold to this leader. Vigil. Vigil is the best endgame card for this leader hands down. Its ability allows you to use Assaj's ability at no cost of your own, allowing you to focus on the opponent's base rather than juggling your unit's health. Be sure to bring a Sentinel Space unit to accompany it though, as its self-debuff and game-changing ability makes it enemy number 1 for your opponent. A quick note about this card, it's actually abysmal to bring if you're building a grit deck, so ignore me if you are. Honestly, besides grit cards, there is nothing of particular note in command or cunning that I could find. Let me know in the comments if I've missed anything here. Thankfully, the leader is very versatile and most of her utilized cards are already inside the vigilance aspect, so whatever base you go with should be decided on your playstyle. Now let's go over pros and cons. Pros. She's an excellent leader paired with an excellent aspect, encouraging players to use her secondary aspect for her own enjoyment rather than efficiency. She's great for bypassing Sentinel-heavy opponents, and there are many cards available that synergize well with her self-harming tendencies. Cons. She strives in defense but can lack in offense. This is due to most of her cards are usually focused on healing and buffing her unit's health, or in the case of grid, it's actually not healing at all. This leaves room for heavy hitters who can easily one-shot your units that are benefiting from being damaged, killing value. You'll most likely struggle against aggression decks. This is a double-edged sword, since you will be able to swiftly kill any glass cannons on the field, but they will most likely wipe out a unit in the process, taking value away from your healers and grit users alike. All in all, the leader is decent. There are plenty of cards that pair well with her ability, preparing for your own injuries while putting a wrench in your opponent's tempo. I'd give this leader a B tier rating. There is plenty of creativity that can be achieved here with the freedom of your second aspect. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this style of content and want more, please be sure to subscribe and let me know your thoughts. Toodles!